Hey folks, Steve here. Listen, I shared about doubting Thomas and his encounter with the resurrected Christ a couple of days ago. I'm not done. I don't want to leave it there. I feel like I know there's more to it, and I want to convey that. I had shared how Jesus had met Thomas right where he was at in the midst of his doubt, and addressed Thomas's issues, literally right where he was at, right down to the place where he said, Thomas, come in. The second time he had appeared to the disciples, he says, he went to Thomas and he just said, Thomas, come here and put your hand in touch my nail scarred hands, and put your hand and touch my side where I was pierced. And anyways, the point is he addressed Thomas right where he was at, and to me that is it's powerful, and it's so personal and intimate at the same time, and really it's an illustration of who Jesus is. And I like the idea he never changes. The Bible says he's the same yesterday, today, and he's going to be the same tomorrow, and I'm glad for that. I don't know about your relationships, but a lot of them are not the same. They're different every moment, contingent on personalities or different things that go on within the relationship. But what I wanted to elaborate on or embellish a little bit, or what I wanted you to consider is, when Jesus addressed Thomas and spoke directly to him, he didn't look at Thomas and put him down, or discipline him or chastise him. He just said, he didn't say, Thomas, look, look, Thomas, you're like a spiritual zero here. You're a loser. You don't get it. What's the matter with you, Thomas? Your faith is inferior to when are you going to get it, Thomas? I mean, it's not like that at all. And I think it's important that we know that, because there are so many things in our lives that we perhaps struggle to really embrace wholeheartedly or completely. There's so much in terms of my belief in God that is unresolved, in the sense that I don't have all the answers. But what's curious is I realize, the older I get, I don't really need all the answers. I like the old bumper sticker that said, God said it, I believe it, and that settles it. That might sound closed-minded and out to lunch, but no more than I would want my kids or my children to look at me and go, come on, Dad, you're lying, you're not telling the truth, you're stretching the truth, Dad, come on, you know better than that, Dad. I would like to think that my kids, based on my relationship with them, that when I look them in the eyeballs, or I'm with them one-on-one, that they trust me, and they trust me ultimately because they know that I love them, and that's not going to change. But Jesus didn't look at Thomas and say, look, Thomas, you're a spiritual zero and you just don't get it, so I'm done with you. Rather than that, he confronted him right where he was at, with all his questions, with his doubts, and with his unbelief. And the most encouraging part of all of that to me was the fact that in a moment, Thomas, if you consider, Thomas goes from a place of doubt and unbelief to a place of worship when he said, my Lord and my God. And I can only imagine what that looked like, or what that was like to be privy to when Thomas had that moment, when Jesus had that moment. And then Jesus said another thing. He said, Thomas, you're blessed because you can see, and all your doubt was addressed. He said, but blessed are those who can't see and still believe. So, it was not a rebuke. It wasn't a put down. And like I said before, I believe Thomas had a great deal of integrity in being honest and straightforward, and saying, look, I need to have my own encounter. I need to see him with my own eyes. I need to put my own hands on him and hear him with my own ears. And so I don't believe that's a bad thing. So the next time you're struggling to believe or to embrace anything or everything that God said. I mean, just be honest. It's not a good idea to try to outsmart an omniscient God. I mean, He's all knowing. He knows what we struggle with, and He knows how to address it. Frankly, so love you today. And incidentally, it's snowing like a fool here in upstate New York. I'm looking forward to spring. God bless you. Bye bye.